This is not about you. It's their first time in the US, so it's not about you.
Oh.
Are you excited to be going to?
No, I don't even know where that place is.
It's right on the other side.
Okay. But I haven't checked that place out, so why should I say I'm excited?
Good,
I didn't
good
say you
question.
should. I just asked if you are or not. You can say no, I'm not.
Well, if I didn't check that place yet, then why should I say no or yes? It's like basically playing video games for the first time, which is exciting.
Why?
I haven't checked that
No,
place
but that's
out,
a
so
valid
why would I be
question,
excited
right?
or not?
Why should he?
Okay, let me
He
change.
hasn't had a chance to check it out, so why should he be excited or not?
I wish
Okay, Azand, you didn't answer me. Azar,
yeah.
I asked you a question. You didn't answer me.
I'm looking forward to coming. Yes.
So why are you hiding?
Because I am.
And the camera's gonna find you. Does anybody else have a 6-year-old who wants to question everything before they give you a straight answer? Let me know in the comments below. Today we are in the city of Buffalo in New York State in the United States of America, which is one of the cities that are on the other side of the border when you are in the Niagara area in Canada. My name is Busi, a South African Canadian living in Canada. It feels really good saying that. It's the first time I call myself a South African Canadian on the YouTube channel. Super excited about this milestone. Super happy about it, as I shared in the previous video where I announced that we are now Canadian citizens. The USA is one of the countries that Canadians do not need a visa to visit. So we have brought our boys to come to the US for the first time. We previously didn't really have a reason to get them a visa because as South Africans who lived in Canada, we crossed the border quite a bit. Tammy and I already had visas before we even moved to Canada, which we had received many moons ago to travel to the US. So that's what we used, and we just never got to a point where we got them for the boys. So the USA is one of those countries that we are definitely going to be exploring a bit more, as it's a country that we do not need a visa, which means there are less costs that are associated with traveling to it. Because as you know, if you want to travel to a whole bunch of countries, you might need a visa and you might not, just depending on which country you are from. On the left is a building of the University of Buffalo, and one of the things that I've noticed just driving around in Canada and then having been around a couple of cities and towns in the USA, there are so many cities that will have universities within a very short radius or distance from each other, which is something that has been different to what I was used to living in South Africa. You generally had to travel quite a bit sometimes, depending on which province you lived in or where you lived in a particular province. It wasn't that, there will be a university very close to where you live, which I think makes university studies even less accessible, because the few that do exist end up having very high, very competitive entry requirements because there's not that many of them around. So it's gonna take a lot to get in. And when it comes to the cost of homes in Buffalo City, they made me reconsider my decisions in life and think, do I not want to move maybe? Do I not want to consider moving to the US? Oh, and just before we go any further, did you notice the Buffalo in front of McDonald's? There it is again. They are all over the city. As we were driving around, they would pop up. Sometimes they're on the bushes, on the side, maybe, or you're on the highway. And I felt like I kept missing them in terms of capturing the ones that we kept seeing on camera. but do look out for them if you are in Buffalo City. And look over there. There is a community college, and it's not very far from the university that we saw a bit earlier in the video. So if you would not want to go to university, you have options. But back to the housing costs, if you are ever interested in looking up houses, maybe you want to move to Canada, you're in Canada, you want to purchase houses, just look up the cost of houses in Ontario and compare it to Buffalo City or the neighboring cities or towns that are in the US. Give yourself heart palpitations like I did. We are now at Gabriel's Gate. If you are ever in Buffalo City, their wings are really nice. Try them out. We're going to try out more places to see which wings, buffalo wings, we love the most. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see the different places that we try buffalo wings at. I can make short videos about it. We then went back to the market. It was a festival actually. It was an arts festival and you could buy different things. I got myself this matching earring and necklace set. I hope you have enjoyed coming to Buffalo City with us. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and I will see you on the next video.
Thank you for watching.